friends, and welcome to the Bob and Games Today's Days Zone. So for today, I thought I'd dress a little bit more casually, as I was just going to share some of my thoughts on a couple of dubs for video game franchises that I really like, the Danganronpa series. I mentioned in my Sakura-on vlogs that Funimation licensed Danganronpa the animation and was going to also completely recast the game's California-bound actors with their Texan-bound actors. But I only briefly mentioned Monokuma's new actor. And as somebody who's really into voice acting without actually wanting to become a voice actor himself, I thought I didn't go quite in-depth enough about the cast, so I'm going to rectify that right now. I'm just going to read off the names of the cast list and give my thoughts on the casting choices for Danganronpa the animation, as well as Ultra Despair Girls, which, by the way, I still think that Absolute Despair Girls sounds a lot better than Ultra Despair Girls. But who am I to talk? I'm not in marketing. So, just sit back and enjoy this little new segment I'm calling Type That Cast for Danganronpa the Animation and Ultra Despair Girls. So, first up on the chopping block, playing everyone's favorite little demonic teddy bear, is Greg Ayers playing Monokuma. Oh, wow. Greg is actually one of my favorite actors from back in the ADV days, and I'm glad he's still working right now, even though it's gone. He's just like, he has this really high-pitched voice that I would never be able to replicate. And as a result, he usually gets cast as little boy characters like Negi Springfield is one of his most popular. Though, me personally, I like it when he just plays these really over-the-top characters like Yamazaki from Welcome to the NHK or Hideki of the Nerima Daikon brothers. Both characters are just scream at the top of their lungs, and in the case of Hideki, they've been known to cause property damage, which probably matches very well with the weapon of mass destruction that's shaped like a teddy bear. I think he's going to be a fantastic choice. I'm really excited, so nothing else much to say about that. So next up, we've got one character who wasn't recasted, Makoto Nagi, who's going to have Bryce Papenbrook is going to reprise, and I'm really glad for that because if anybody shouldn't have been recast, it's definitely Bryce's Makoto Nagi. He just happened to have residence in both California and Texas, so he was able to do it easily. And he's just to me, has the perfect teenage boy voice. I mean, you've heard him in shows like Eren from Attack on Titan, of course this game, what else did he play? Skipping me, oh, freaking Kirito, I forgot. He played Kirito from Sword Art Online, and just, as well as Rin from Blue Exorcist. He just, to me, has a really good teenage boy voice that doesn't sound whiny at all, in the original Japanese, Makoto's voice actress was the one who did Megumi Ogata, who played Shinji Ikari in Evangelion, of course. So, and don't get me wrong, I think Ogata-san is really good in her role. But if she had actually gone full Shinji, I might have dropped this game series altogether. And I'm just glad for this game they didn't bring in Spike Spencer, because that would just have killed it for me. Because ooh, if you've seen Evangelion, you don't need me to explain why you should never get Spike Spencer to play a teenage boy. I'm sure he's a nice guy, but oh god. To me, Bryce Papenbrook is really an excellent voice actor who for this one he didn't go full on crazy insane like Eren or even Kito. He just plays it calmly. He plays it like a good teenage boy. I really liked what he did with Makoto Nagi. Not so much for what he did for Komaeda in the Danganronpa 2, because why did he have to sound like a freaking surfer dude? I don't know. Just my thoughts. But yeah, as Makoto Nagi, he's great. As Nagito Komaeda, let's just say that's a good casting choice and move on, so that I don't have to bring up that psychopath. Jesus. Moving on, we've got the actual main heroine of the game, and of course, going to be the main heroine of this anime, Kyoko Kigi, being recasted by Caitlin Glass. Caitlin Glass, if you haven't heard her name, then clearly you haven't seen enough of FMA, because she plays probably one of my favorite female characters, Winry, and she's just like, to me, she was an awesome casting choice in that show. She did a great job, in my opinion, kind of better than the actual main character, but don't hate me for it, jeez. To me, she just has like a great, she has a great voice, she has a lot of presence, she was energetic as Winry, but, yeah, that might not actually match up with Kyoko Kigi, who's like the quiet, thinky type character. She's no, I won't spoil what her talent is, but Kyoko is like supposed to be like really quiet and all that. But Caitlin Glass has done quiet characters. So probably my favorite Negima girl, Chachimaru, who's like this robot who like is always low tone and just like really badass, and I kind of wish that they did a little bit more Negima Aime just to show what a great character she could be, and have her develop a little bit more beyond just being the quiet robot who just sits in the corner of the room and all that. But what are you gonna do? Anyway, based on her role as Chachimaru, I think she's going to do great. What else did she do? Oh yeah, from that same anime, she also played Chisame, another good character. But yeah, as far as like playing a quiet thinking girl who's like just badass and all that, I think she's a great casting choice for Kyoko. Moving on, we've got Byakuya Togami being recast by Josh Grell, and this is one that kind of confuses me because if you're going to do Byakuya Togami, why don't you just bring in Jerry Chilwell, who's probably best known for playing Kill from Fruits Basket, and currently is playing Kaoru in the rebuild Evangelion movies, because, you know, in the original Japanese, he had Kaoru's Japanese voice, so why not use his English voice here? But instead you go with Josh Grell, the actor who's known for playing like the wimpy harem heroes like Ichika from Infinite Stratos, or Shido from Data Live, or Akihisa from Baka Test. You get the guy who's known for playing the wimpy characters to play the haughty, mean-spirited jerk-ass of the group, Byakuya Togami. Really? Really, Funimation? Maybe I'm wrong, maybe Josh will be able to pull it off, but no. This is the one casting choice that I'm going to want proof of. I want to hear what he sounds like. Right now, I'm not convinced, so moving on with that. Next, we've got Aoi Asahina being recast by Felicia Angel. As much as I love Cassandra Morris's performance, I do think Felicia is a good choice. I mean, one role that I really liked of hers recently was Emi Yusa from The Devil's a Part-Timer. That one just sold me on her abilities of bringing a lot of energy to the character. Aoi is known for being like the peppy member of the group, always like loving donuts, always like being obsessed with swimming, and she's just like, she's one of the most fun characters, I think. She does become annoying in one of the trials, but that's beside the point. She's fun, so I'm glad they got an actress who for the second episode of The Devil's a Part-Timer, was able to pull off this one scene of trying to get into the main character's apartment and just like going a little bit crazy and just like almost sounding. I swear to God, I think she might have ad-libbed it a little bit because it just sounded so silly and just hilarious. She'll be perfect for the role. I look forward to hearing it. Following that, we have Yasuhiro Hagakure. You should not have that many Ga's and Ku's in your name, please. Being recast by Christopher Bevins. For those who have seen like my review of the first Danganronpa game, the one character who I thought sounded off was definitely Yasuhiro, because he sounded older than my dad, and yet he's supposed to be this teenage character. I'm not really familiar with Bevan's roles. I think he played like both of the main characters in Aquarion. But for this video, I did look him up and saw heard his voice as Japan from Italia, and I think he sounded good. He sounded kind of like a little bit of a pushover, which Yasuhiro is. So yeah, and Yasuhiro himself isn't really that important of a character. So as long as you cast somebody who actually sounds like a teenager, did Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z, then you're good. And speaking of which, Mondo Owada will be recasted by Christopher Zabit. Mr. 9000 himself. That's going to be awesome, actually, because I actually remember like when my friends and I went to the Funimation panel at SakuraCon. They actually mentioned that Zabit putting on more of a Kuwabara voice for his character, which makes sense. Both are kind of these delinquents with ridiculous hair sticking out like a... you know what. So yeah, sounds like a perfect casting choice to me, so nothing else much to say. Zabit is awesome. Moving on, we've got Kiyotaka Ishimaru being recast by Austin Tindall. Tindall has one of the weirdest filmographies. I'm not exactly sure how to pin the guy down. He's played like he's played playful psychopaths like Karma and Accelerator, which doesn't match the character. He's also played the pompous Valley from High School DD, which doesn't really match the character either. So and he played the introverted vampire Ken Kaneki, which doesn't match Ishimaru either. So and all these characters are not exactly the same type of character. So I don't know what exactly his typecast is. So I don't really have an opinion on him. Maybe he'll be able to play Ishimaru well. Maybe not. Just have to wait and see. Don't know. It's weird. So moving on, we have actually, yeah, Ushimaru is supposed to sound like a sergeant-y voice, kind of like a drill sergeant, so I don't know, maybe he'll be able to pull it off. But so if he played Ken Kaneki, then that's not exactly the character who's known for like yelling, unless you count like maybe the second season, but for the first season he wasn't that much, so I don't know, we'll see. Moving on, we have Celestia Ludenberg being recast by Lindsay Sadel. I hope I pronounced that right. As I said in my review, Celestia was one of my favorite voices in that game, because I thought she pulled off the whole fake French accent 1 minute, regular accent the next, perfectly. So Sadel, in my opinion, has some big shoes to fill. I've actually heard her play fake German really well in Banka Test with Minami, so there's that. And let's see, has she played anything else? Oh, she also played Kyoko from Is This a Zombie? That's a character who's been known to flip out a little bit, so because she's a yandere, so actually that might be pretty perfect. Good casting choice there. We'll just have to wait and see what it's like. Might be destructive, but yeah. Moving on, we've got Sakura Ogami being recasted by Rachel Robinson. Robinson up to now has been like mostly a supporting character in anime. She's had a few starring roles in video games like Fang from Final Fantasy 13, which might work considering that Sakura is like the only real fighter in the entire group. She's like about yay big, and she kind of supposed to have like this large booming voice, because her original voice actor Japanese was like a 50-year-old lady. So hopefully, so I do imagine she'll be able to pull it off. Just hopefully she just needs to drop her octaves, like go to this to that level in order to actually sound like the ogre Sakura Ogami. So let's see what that happens. Let's just hope she doesn't. Let's just hope that she doesn't ruin her vocal cords trying to play something who sounds like this most of the time. You might end up like Chris Abbott, you might end up sounding like Chris Abbott if you overdo it, but well, we'll see. Um, Moving on, we've got Leon Kuata being recasted by Justin Cook. Huh. We've got Kuwabara in this anime, so why not have why not have Yusuke in it? I guess. I think he's going to be a good choice. He just like has a good delinquent voice like Yusuke or Hatsuharu from Fruits Basket. So yeah, I imagine him really being a good choice. I actually wanted to hear Justin Cook because I thought he had a pretty cool voice and haven't heard him in years. So this will be great to just be able to hear the guy again. Moving on, we've got Kara Edwards. Kara Edwards, who's going to become the new voice actress for Chihiro Fujisaki. Kara Edwards is probably best known for playing Vidal from DBZ and Nymph from the Heaven's Lost Property. And while the former is definitely tomboyish, I do think that her voice as the lowly Nymph from Heaven's Lost Property will work well for the pint-sized Chihiro Fujisaki. And she also was known for playing Goten in Dragon Ball Z 2. If you know about the big plot twist about this character, then, well, I won't spoil it, but you know that she's a good casting choice. Whatever. Next, we've got Sayaka Maizono being recast by Monica Rial. Who hasn't heard about Rial? Come on. Really? For me, alright, if you haven't heard about Monica Rial, she's done like a ton of characters. A lot of cutesy characters like Ringo from Okami-san or Number 6 from Pine Point Dash. And of course Tsubaki from Soul Eater, just to name a few. She does cutesy voices really well, so I think that will work well with Sayaka Maizono, who's like supposed to be this pop idol, so she's supposed to be cutesy and kind of AKB48-ish, I guess. So, good casting choice. And also she's also, I think she can ham it up a little bit instead of her more dramatic scenes, so that'll be great. And while we're on the subject of Soul Eater characters, we've got Junko Enoshima being recast by Jamie Marchi. Jamie being best known for playing Liz from Soul Eater, but probably her best known role here in the States at least is definitely Ponty from Panty and Stocking, and oh well, that show was a ton of fun. So just imagine her playing this kind of hammy little fashionista is going to be a ton of fun, especially in like the later half of the series, if you know what I'm talking about. Oh boy. Moving on to the last of the male characters, we have Hifumi Yamada being recasted by Tyson Reinhardt. Reinhardt doesn't have a lot of main characters. He doesn't have a lot of roles in general. He's the only character I recognize him for is Daru from Steins Gate, and he played it well there. It's just that Daru kind of had this really low voice, while Hifumi is supposed to sound like this. Hifumi Yamada is supposed to sound like this really high-pitched, kind of stereotypical geek voice. I don't know, maybe it's going to be a different take. We'll have to wait and see. As long as Hifumi should sound a little bit funny, so I hope they stay able to pull it off well, so just have to wait and see for that. I've been saying wait and see for that a lot in this video, haven't I? Sorry. Moving on to the last of the animations cast, and just to connect it with Ultra Despair Girls, we've got Toko Fukawa's recast of being done by Carly Mosier. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Though considering that Ultra Despair Girls is probably going to have the original game's voice cast and not this animations one, it's not completely that much of a connection, but whatever. I do think Carly Mosier is pretty good. I've heard her in like the Fate Kaleid version of the Fate Kaleid version of Rin and Australia from Heaven's Lost Property, so she has a good teenage girl voice. Not really much known for playing introvert yet, but she does have a good hammy side, which will be good for when she plays the Genocide Jill side of Toko. So yeah, I've also liked the fact that for this one they haven't listed. I noticed that for this cast list they didn't have Genocide Jill being played by a different voice actress like they did in the video game, which didn't make any sense to me. It's the same person, just with a different personality, so don't know why there would be a different actress. So I say Carly would be a good choice, better than just having your voice actress being played by two actresses, which makes little to no sense to me. So yeah, I look forward to hearing her. Nothing much else to say. She's gonna be. I want to hear her play it, ham it up. So that'd be fun. So overall, while I do have hang-ups with the Danganronpa animation cast, I think they're going to be able to do a good job, and I'm probably going to buy the DVDs, if anything, just to help spread the word about my favorite video game series, video game series. And so now let's talk about the casting choices for the dub of Ultra Despair Girls, shall we? Let's see. First, we've got Komaru Naegi is going to be played by Jeremy Lane, apparently. I hope I pronounced that right. Jeremy, again, going back to Soul Eater, she played Liz's sister, Patty, from that anime, and also Tama-chan from Bamboo Blade, which I really like that character. Setsuna from Negima, and then she moved to California and played Asuna from SAO, which, yeah, she's really good. I think despite being still fairly young, she has a pretty damn impressive repertoire. I would say she's. I thought she pulled off Setsuna okay, and then she gradually got better up until Asuna levels of acting. So I think she'll be great. And if anything, I would also definitely relate to Asuna with Komaru a lot, because Asuna starts off as this little princess and becomes this badass, and Komaru is basically the same. She's not rich like Komaru's not rich like Asuna was, but she does become gradually better and kind of learns how to use a gun, which, yeah, why didn't Asuna ever get to go to GTO? I'm sorry, I'm doing a little bit off track. I think Jeremy will be able to pull off her role really nicely, and yeah, if anything though, I would like to hear her use her Tama-chan voice again. That's just me, because Tama-chan's adorable. Okay, so yeah, Toko Fukawa will probably be played by the same two voice actresses again. So let's just move on to the Warriors of Hope. Starting with Masaru Daimon being played by Tara Sands. Tara Sands is probably best known for playing Bulbasaur for the first 8 seasons of Pokemon before it was taken away from 4Kids. And then she also played Mokuba from Yu-Gi-Oh! So she definitely has a good. She knows how to play a little boy really well. Did that sound dirty? Yeah, I do think that Tara Sands is a good voice actress. I'm glad that she's got away from 4Kids, so she can actually show her stuff. Because Masaru Daimon is the first character you face in the first boss character you fight against in Ultra Despair Girls. So you have to have an actress who can deliver a very powerful performance in order to get you into the game. So I think that Tara Sands can deliver that. She'll probably sound like less whiny version of Mokuba, hopefully. So yeah, I look actually forward to hearing her as Daimon Masaru. So good casting choice there. Next up, we've got Jotaro Kemuri being played by Michelle Ruff. Michelle Ruff has a huge repertoire. She's probably best known for playing Yoko in Grand Lagan, Yuki Nagato, and is currently playing Sinon in the second season of Sword Art Online. So she has a great badass voice. Jotaro, however, is is kind of one of the more forgettable members of the Warriors of Hope in the game, and he's just like this introverted little kid who like wears this like mask over his entire face like this, and he just looks kind of silly. I can't see. I cannot see. Hold on. What the hell am I doing? But yeah, he's Zhao is like one of the more forgettable members of the Warriors of Hope, so I kind of feel bad for Michelle Ruff, who kind of deserves a bit more of an important role, like probably the actual leader of the Warriors of Hope, who I'll get to in just a minute. But I don't know, maybe she can pull the introverted character off. I'm sure she has that kind of range, but kind of seems like a waste of a voice actress in my opinion. Oh well, good choice just based on talent alone, but she deserves a little bit better than the character who doesn't have much of a character or backstory. Moving on, we have Erica Mendez playing Nagisa Shingetsu. Mendez is probably best known for playing right now is probably best known for playing Ryuko Matoi in Kill la Kill, but the first time I actually heard her voice was in the was playing the Death Battle version of Rainbow Dash, where she pulled off a really good Rainbow Dash in my opinion. In some ways, she sounded a lot like the. This is before I actually became a brony, and to me, I thought she matched the character perfectly until I heard the actual Rainbow Dash. But yeah, I thought she pulled off Rainbow Dash really well, and that's just the voice I'm imagining her use for Nagisa, because boy, obviously, so tomboy voice is good, and she's probably just going to have like this really haughty side, so which Ryuko also kind of has, so that'll be good. Yeah, not much to say, and then yeah, she's supposed to sound like a Rainbow Dash who's actually smart. The 1, 2, 3 testing kind of showed that Rainbow Dash does have a smart side, but that's a topic for another day. Next we've got Erika Lindbeck playing Kotoko Utsugi. Lindbeck's IMDb only has 2 roles in it. One of them was from Magi, which I'm not a huge fan of, and have only really seen the first episode of, so I can't really comment. And the second role she's played is Ibuki from Coppelion. I hope I'm pronouncing that right again, because I hope I haven't butchered a lot of the English language, because I'm just an idiot. But yeah, she played Ibuki from Coppelion, and she did really well in that, I thought. But yeah, I can't really judge her role as Kotoko Utsugi. This is actually the role that I think Michelle Ruff would have been perfect for, because Kotoko is actually one of the more important members of the Warriors of Hope and has one of the more memorable scenes. It's a really intense scene, so yeah, I kind of wish that Michelle Ruff was casted here instead of an actress who only has 2 roles under her belt right now. But what are you gonna do? Maybe she'll be able to pull it off. This is another actress I'm just gonna put in the maybe category for now. We'll see. Last we've got Monica being played by Christina V. Monica, the obvious bad guy of the group, being played by Christina V, who's known for playing Homura, and also Nanoha from Nanoha. So they got the White Devil to play Monica. Okay, I'm scared. I'm sorry. I'm just terrified a little bit right now, because when I think about Homura and Nanoha's voice actress, Christina V has this really cute voice, so I imagine her being able to pull off the manipulative little she-demon Monica really well, so good choice there. It's just that when you mention Homura, and to me, I end up thinking about the Rebellion story and go to dark places in my head. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, the casting choices for Ultra Despair Girls definitely sound really good to me, so I look forward to hearing them. I'm not actually going to buy the game because I already have the game right here. But yeah, I do, as I said before, I do suggest you guys pick it up when you can. When it comes out, like, I think in September, was it? I don't know. Yeah. So, sorry for this video coming out a little bit kind of simplistic, a little bit not as much as my usual stuff. All I really did was maybe like put up a few images here or there and put up a background. But I just wanted to get this video out as quickly as possible because if you're wondering about this kind of kimono-looking thing, this jinbei is it called? I bought specifically for a Japan trip I'm going to be going on in the next couple of weeks. So, and I'm really looking forward to it. So, just I get the right attire, and I want to get off it soon because I'm kind of swaying right now. But yeah, I'm just gonna go on a trip to Japan for a couple of weeks. So, and I'll be back. I'll try to do vlogs on there, just like to give my quick thoughts on what I got and probably potential review targets when I come back. But when I do come back, I'll probably also start working on the Tengoku Hen review. Not that I'm really looking forward to it, because for my play so far, I have not been a huge fan, but that's beside the point, and I should save it for the review. But yeah, until then, I'll see you guys around, and just wish me a nice trip. Take care. This isn't a fedora.